Hello and welcome to another edition of the Eternal Journey and the Resolves, and today we're actually looking at a deck built from scratch. So I can probably just do most of this off memory, but I'm just going to take a look at some of the new cards in the Nostrix Porter sort of archetype and see what we could do with them. Just going to talk you through the entire process of building this deck, and then we'll get into some games. Not sure if we'll have time for the full 5, but I'm going to try my little best. I just do want to keep this video under about an hour though, just because I think pretty much the best time for a video to take is about 35 minutes to 40 minutes, and that is generally the sort of videos I like, so let's get on to it. So the deck, we are going to be building it around Nostrix. I do only want 3 because I definitely want a version in the market, so let's look next. And of course, if this isn't really interesting to you, you just want to skip straight to the gameplay, that's probably going to be about 10 minutes in. But I'm just going to talk about what we're doing for now. So I do like the Winchester Merchant. This gives us access to Press Gang as well as Rafts, but I think it's going to be Geneva Merchant because Geneva Merchant will give us an echo units like Cliffside Porter, because you can get Cliffside flooded sometimes, and also gives us access to Channeler Tempest, as well as Thunderstrike Dragon. We do want that, because if our opponent's able to deal with our Nostrix, then we do want to be able to have like something else we can mess about with echoing with Second Sight. So what else do we need? So Press Gang, this is sort of what the combo revolves around. The Press Gang is able to get us a lot more of our Porters. Because what you can do is, if you say have a Cliffside Porter, strategize 1 to the bottom. That 1 to the bottom is now a new one in your deck, and then you Crownwatch Press Gang for it. You get 2 copies, so you're just able to keep going ahead. So what we want next, we've got the combo here with Nostrix, Press Gang, Porter. I don't think I missed anything there. So I just want stuff that kills everything, just gets things out of our way. So just like kill all. So Harshal's the best. I do really like End of the Story actually. Speculative Leave Witness, that's probably going to get cut. Hailstorm is super powerful, so we'll put 4 of that in. This card should probably like triple Primal, but then it's just unplayable. So I'm sort of glad it's not. Do we want 1 on the board? I don't think we do. Let's put a power in the board though, just to fix our influence. So let's put Hurler Banner in there. And what else do we want? Let's put a channel. This doesn't leave us with an Omen of Austerity, which is perhaps not the best, but I could see one of these cards moving later on. So now we want something from Eilyn. We don't like 3 Eilyn's choice, maybe 2 or 3. I do like 3 actually, because 3 is going to protect us from any opposing harsh rules. So we're able to, once we've gone off with our little Porters, we should be able to protect ourselves there. I do like that. So what next? Let's put like 1 or 2 Vanquish in. Our units, when they're buffed, becoming 5/6s, is sort of a nuisance because it's really hard to get through Sandstorm Titans. So we will just take 2 Vanquishes just to be able to get through them. What else do we need? We need some card draw, don't we? So Second Sight is pretty much the first sort of thing that we need. So Second Sight, Strategize is actually really good here, because that's how we're able to sort of go off with the Crownwatch Press Gang. We do Wisdom of the Elders as well. So sadly, I've not actually made my final. Oops, didn't want to do that. I've not made my actual final copy of Wisdom of the Elders in premium yet, but we're getting there. Same with the Strategizers. So what do we need? We've got card draw. We've got like kill everything spells. We've got the combo. Let's have another win condition. So we do want channels. Do we want all 3? I think we do. I prefer this over, because we've got like a bunch of echoey stuff like Cliffside Porter. I do prefer Channeler Tempest to Sword. Might only have 2. If we cut the Leave the Witness, we will put the 3rd copy in, I think. So let's have a look. What can we get with Fate? What? Jotun Hurler is gas. Let's go for a 3rd copy of that actually, because it's a reasonable body. You can just play this and just like start hitting your opponent with it. That's something that you can do. Lieutenant Relia would be good if it wasn't like 2 or fewer power cards. If this was just like only basic sigils it cared about, you could probably really abuse this with like Second Sight. So what else do we want? Don't even like Trailblaze. I think now we've got like the Merchants, which should be really good, because Merchants going to just tick us up the combo. Chav need it. So what else do we need here? I'm not sure if there's anything that's like glaringly missing. I don't mind playing more power here just because, well, we don't have any reason not to. So let's jab crests. Crests are fantastic. I'm going to try something a little bit weird here in common cars. Yeah, try that 2 common cars out. Whoops. It just stops like clicking randomly here. So let's put some seats in. Banners. Obviously the banners in the market because when you get the merchant, the banner, you've already got a unit in play to keep it undepleted, as well as I think seats are probably more valuable because they can be undepleted more. We'll just rather have less depleted power in our deck. So let's have a look at Waystone. So don't really care about Emerald Waystone. More than happy just to have a set of Cobalts. Let's have a look at how our power base looks like. So we've got 17 so far. We're doing a complete, wouldn't mind some petition or so we're looking at here. 30 power, that's quite a lot. Let's get rid of Live Witness. We've got 6 Wraths plus 4 Hailstorms should be enough to get us there. What else could we do? Some Lightning Strikes actually. So Lightning Strike will have some of them protect us from Teacher. 30 power is probably still a little bit aggressive. Common cards. So the reason I want to put common cards in the deck is I just want to experiment with like Cliffside Porter because it is really like you don't really play these out like at random. I think the game was a little bit slower when I first started playing this deck, so you could be in a position where you could just like play out your 0-1 just to like block and buy some time. But I think we just want to keep them in hand until we're going to be using them. So I think common cards actually secretly good because with Explorers, no other overlaps on unit types, sadly, so you need to have duplicates. I think we'll try 2 anyway. Justice actually probably looks a little bit better like that, yeah. I mean, we are mostly like mono primal, and we're just like splashing Justice for like the combo because what we need to be careful with our power base is because we do have like a triple requirement. We can't really go too greedy on our like Justice splash here. Let's cut one of each of those and just put like a crest in. Let's get some exciting crests. So we'll move the colour choices and get an Argentport crest, a Crest of Cunning. I think that looks nice now. So 27 power, got 6 crests, 2 common cards. We've got a bunch of like undepleted power as well. So if we cut the, I don't really want to cut anything here. I actually do quite like it now. So we will get pretty owned by Teacher, so we want like 2 Permafrost, I guess. Yeah, I do like that, 2 Permafrosts. That's got Permafrost plus Lightning Strike to fight against it. At this point, probably don't need a million Vanquish actually. Yeah, because Eilyn's just going to kill stuff. We just need to sort of like buy time until we can do like our thing. Yeah, I like this. But what we'll actually do is give ourselves face Aegis with blue cards. There we go. Eilyn's Favour. This on the draw, well, on the play protects us for Teacher's weights as well. But on the play, we've got Hailstorm and Lightning Strike and Permafrost. It's not perfect, but I think we just need to make our couple of cuts here and we should be good. Eilyn's Favour means we can probably go down on like one of our powers. So I think that will be the Crest of Cunning. So it's 26 power, 2 fetchers, and a bunch of like card draw, so it should be fine. Just need to make one more cut. Probably Jotun Hurler. So Nostrix Porter, and that needs my favourite deck image, which is Last Word. And then we're good to go. So what are we in? We're 9 minutes in, and this is about where I expected us to be. So I don't think I showed really what like a thought process is between building a deck, but I'm hoping it was helpful anyway. I do think actually we are going to get Omen of Austerity in here though. Just because I kill like something like Chalice, which is just sort of a nuisance, so I think I was playing like Manacles. So let's get in the market, and how many channels are we playing? Just 2. So I don't really want to cut channel. I do like fetching power. I think that's a really powerful thing to do. But put the Vision of Austerity in there, using Primal somewhere. Yeah. And then we will put the additional copy of the Hurler banner in the main deck. Yeah, I think this is probably fine. It's got 27 power. Don't need to cut anything. Yeah, so it's really hard to actually cut cards with this deck. So we can go down to 3 Strategizes. I think that's probably fine just for now. Yeah, okay, so this is the deck, and this is what we're going to play. This was probably not like the greatest showcase of how you build a deck, really, sort of because I'm very familiar with this archetype, and a lot of this is just like sort of things on memory and things that I think are good. Because I made it like quite quickly, there's probably a few things that I'm missing, but I'm sure we'll figure that out like in the actual games. So let's get onto the games, and we're at the 10-minute mark now, so hopefully someone will be able to find just the games if that's all they're interested in. Oh, damn, my brew's gone cold. So we're on the draw here. This sounds sort of awful, so this is fine, we get to redraw this. We'd also like discard into hand size if we draw which fate cards. Okay, so common cards here showing that maybe it's not that good. Sadly, Jotun Hurler is not a Minotaur. So let's we do get to Crest though, so it should be fine. I think that the upside of this, when you do have like a against, just want to. I don't want to bottom anything that's not a power there really. Also, we just like rip power for 8 for like the next couple of turns, which actually should be able to play this. Well, common cards is off, but we do have a snowball, which is kind of nice. So we're playing against a. Oh, okay, so we're playing against actual like armory here or something. Because say we're playing against like a Crownwatch paladin, that would be able to pop the Aegis. That'd have been nice. Okay, so Hurler banner here. Nothing to do, sadly. I think next turn pause could be like Wisdom of the Elders. So maybe we do actually need more echo units for the common causes to work. But I'm just going to fire off the Wisdom of the Elders so we can hit our power. We missed, which is sort of awful, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we've got too many cards in hand. I think I'll actually drop the Jotun Hurler. I do want to keep the snowball actually face against something like well, here's the Porter. Well, let's second sight here. Okay, cool. So I'm really happy here now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck a Cliffside Porter on top. Actually, not going to play the Waystone. Play the Crest Warder down. I think I might just bottom this because I can't currently like do the combo quite yet. And also like the Press Angle grab us this later just puts more Cliffsides in our deck. And then I'd really just like something that just displayed how many cards he actually had in hand, because like this always gets me. I think I'm at the point now where we'll just discard Hailstorm. Don't really need it against like an Icaria deck, because I'm going to assume this deck is just going to be like killing us with like Riz and Icaria and all that sort of nonsense. Actually, got a Crownwatch Press Gank here. Got a Horror Banner. Going to play out a Cliffside Porter because my opponent has to kill us this turn, because if they don't, we get to do the Nostrix. So I had to play Torching it. That's sort of fine. We still get this 3/3 in play that's a bit of a nuisance, can protect us from weapons or anything like that, as well as be able to dig us up more Cliffside Porters. And then all we really need to do now is just work towards like the 7th power, so we can play the Porter plus the Visions. So, whoops, phone's exploding there. So let's turn that. So we're gonna attack here. Don't think I really need to do too much of anything here. Oh, nice to actually grab Cliffside Porters. Just built this deck like 2 minutes ago, just completely forgot. So you can sort of sell like where I'm up to. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards in hand. No reason to do anything. I'll just Wisdom on my opponent's turn. Just so we don't have to discard to hand size, so we find a Underplated Power, be in great shape. 2-cost Slays here is sort of fine. I don't mind having this floating, and I'll let this resolve before I draw cards. Just so we can get a little bit closer to it. But we'll Wisdom the Elders here. So this is where common cards would really shine. Okay, well, not quite what we're looking for. I suppose we'll just grab Cliffside Porter here. And then when we go to play one out, I'm going to discard, I suppose. We can sort of get rid of anything at this point. Probably this Hailstorm. Yep, get rid of Hailstorm because it's not going to do anything. Oh, we need to get rid of more as well. In that case, I probably just don't need millions of rafts, so I'll just get rid of that. This one's probably slightly better, just the end of the story because it ignores Aegis. So I do really enjoy actually playing this deck. I'm surprised it took me so long to actually get around to rebuilding it. Like when merchants actually add so much to the deck. Just being able to tutor for any piece of the combos is really good. And also we're just beating our opponent down with our free freeze here. I think I'm actually going to Nostrix. Completely forgot it mentors. You can see how long it's just been since I've actually played this deck. Realistically should be not attacking here, but this is fine anyway. Oh, there we go, Crest of Order, so sort of fine shape. Keep that on top just because that's perfect. And I'm actually going to make this merchant happen, and I will trade a Cliffside Porter for a Nostrix just to make sure we actually got our set up next turn. Yeah, that was sort of diabolical because this should have +5/+5. I should have a bunch of really potent Minotaurs in my deck. Well, this is fine. Well, there we go. Hopefully this is able to stick. I know next turn we get to play out a bunch of threats and just like hold up double Eilyn's choice. So, opponent has used no rafts, just the end of story. So, it's going to have rafts here. But it's going to be quite difficult for this weapon to get through to us otherwise. And if it only deals us 8, that's sort of fine. So, Winchester Merchant here must be grabbing some sort of threat or like a Vanquish to deal with the 5/7, I guess. Yeah, should really have given this like a quick run before we took it to the video just because that error was absolutely diabolical. But right here, this dash was not going to do much. Just going to trade with my dude who's just got me so much value already, it's sort of fine. So I'm going to attack for 5 here. Okay, is this a torch? Okay, just preserving life, I'm going to guess. Oh, I don't have any left. Awful. Well, we'll get to protect ourselves from the first draft with Eilyn's choice. Point should be able to play 2. That should be a thing they can do. And then we'll just get to 13 them. Yeah, so I almost had enough, despite the mistakes we made, but you know, this is like a fun new format. Normally I'd like have a dry run with a deck just to get an idea of what it's doing before I take it to the ladder. Even though I should really know better with this. It's just been so long since I played with these cards. Okay, so here we are, and we get to actually see common cores being good because we do have the Cliffside Porter. It doesn't really take into account when I was building the deck that we've got less Cliffside Porters in the deck now than we used to. So what is this, like a only deck? That's fine by me, don't you worry about me. Let's get the Crest of Order in place. Actually, Sea of Order probably fine. Yeah, because it would just get to a perfect power. Get to do that next turn. If our opponent like overextends or anything like that, we get to do the Hailstorm. Yeah, this is sort of fine. Opponent might have further plays, but just wants to see how far they can go with this Oni Ronin. That's not fine, mate, if this next play. Okay, so Shogun Scepter, that's a lot of Warcry going to have. But now we get to really spook him here with the common cards on Justice. Oh, actually just Hailstorm there. That's sort of fine. I do like End of the Story. It's a bit expensive for playing against Skycrack. Oh boy. We're playing against a big girl here. That's 5/5. Lightning Strikes, not doing too much. So what can we get from the market that's good here? I think, do we just want to try and set up the curved out Nostrix? And think that's what we do want to do actually. So play Cobalt Waystone down. I suppose we'll just trade away this channel because I just don't see it being useful. Get a Nostrix in there. Play a Porter. And then just try and set up like turn 6 where we're able to just set up with 5/6s. And just have like a 5/7 is probably going to be quite good against our opponent as well. I am happy to take this 5 here. I think next turn I'll probably just try and hold up Lightning Strike and block. Whoa, this is a lot of damage our opponent can potentially do to us. So actually, Hurler banner there is perfect. I think I'm going to strategize here. There's, I think, a lot of things I'm reasonably happy to bottom it. Okay, so Hailstorm's great. So what I'm actually going to do here is just hold up the Lightning Strike. I just want to set up the Nostrix next turn. And then we'll just have like a really big board against our opponent. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, that's a lot of damage actually. Okay, so they're going for the Berserk there. That's fine. So we would just take quite a bit of damage here. So block here. We will just Lightning Strike there. Yeah, we're at 2, and we have to block rats. Well, this is sort of awful, but we do get to wipe the board, I suppose. So we are dead to quite a lot, actually. Maybe I should have blocked in a way that just... I think that's probably the block that dealt the least damage as well. Okay, so they've got Torch here. Do they have a second Torch? Yeah, they do. Well, you know, sucks to be us. I think we could have played a little bit better and survived a little bit more, but, you know, you're getting Skycrack. They can do a lot of damage. Okay, well, here are the draw, and we've got like a reasonable amount of card draw and like a win condition that probably wins at some point if we can get to it. Let's get harsher, but we're only about a middle of the way through the month with, I guess, the Diamond 1 on the draw, so this could actually be awful. So I think I'm going to redraw, see if we can do better. This doesn't look too much better, but hopefully we can strategize into like a third undepleted power, then we can probably Hailstorm, because I'm going to assume our opponent's up to something that will get hit pretty hard by the Hailstorm. Okay, well, Praxis Banner might actually be fine. This could be Praxis Tokens, in which case I feel like we're probably well set up. Okay, so this is looking like Moment. I think we'll strategize here. So let's get rid of the banner. Not entirely certain whether Hailstorm's bad yet, so we can all... It's like I just prefer to know for sure. Okay, so this is like a Moment-y tokens list. So I'm going to take 3, I think. What can we get from the board here? So this could be like a... If they get Obelisk, we could just grab Vision of Austerity. I think we probably want Nostrix, do we? No, I'm going to leave the Strategize. See if we get a bit more information before we decide what we're doing. Okay, so second sight is great. We'll bin this Lightning Strike. It's probably not going to be very good against like a tokens deck. And don't need more power. We've got 6 already, so it should be good. So Scarpron's not got Obelisk here. Let's look at where the... Yeah, so Praxis Banner means that they are actually a Praxis deck. They're not just splashing for, I don't know, a Crest or something. And what can we do here? We can Hailstorm, which is sort of fine. It trades 1 for 1, kills their thing. I don't think I'm super interested in that though. I think I'm actually willing just to let our opponent do whatever they're going to do. Okay, so here's the Obelisk. So next time we can actually take that out. We are taking some amount of damage here, which is not the best, but if we find something like a Harsher, we should be okay. Okay, good. So we've got all pieces of the combo if we need it. As long as we can survive now, we're in good shape. Because actually this merchant has to grab us the Omen, really, doesn't it? Unless we find like a board wipe, that's what the merchant's going to have to do for us here. So we don't have all of the combo, but don't actually fancy losing to this card. So let's just turn them off. Makes our opponent's team a lot more manageable. We can just like Hailstorm next turn if we need to just make some more 1/1s. Do have a reasonable amount of card draw as well, so if we find another merchant or a Nostrix, then we've got it all. For now, our opponent. Okay, so Third Merchant, not sure what this could be grabbing. Maybe it's like a Shimmer Pack deck or Scouting Party, in which case I'm going to hang fire. Okay, so they looks like they're trying to set up a Heart of the Vault here by getting the third time. But I think, so let's press gang first. Get Supporter. Then I think we can strategize. Okay, great. So we can put our power away. Got two sort of reasonable blockers. We're at 11, so we don't have to be a little bit concerned about something like Rally, but I'm going to suspect that deck playing the Gen Merchant and the Aurelian Merchant isn't playing Rally. Probably playing something a little bit more exciting, like a... Okay, so would this be... Okay, well, if they're offering that trade, I'll take that. This could be a tribute spell. Okay, so just Heart of the Vault here, that's fine. And then what can we do here? So I think second sight's fine because it can still lead us to like some sort of removal spell for this. Okay, cool, it's got a Jotun Hurler. And a Lightning Strike. Can't play Jotun this turn, so we'll bottom that. Let's just Crest here. Bottom this. I think we just kill this off, just remove one of our opponent's powers. Also just more damage, we're able to block these really effectively now. And I think we're just going to chump with the 3/2. If we feel the need to, we can Lightning Strike it to kill it. But I think for the most part here, we're just going to be Wisdom of the Elders. Just to try and draw a little bit deeper into our deck. Because if we can hit a Nostrix, we're in great shape. Okay, well, I suppose what we do now is we can take 2 here. So we've got Face Aegis, just going to channel this for like 1,000,000. Oh, nice. Puts our Crownwatch into play. So we're in really great shape here. And we've got the... So we've got a blocker, we've killed their biggest threat, and we've just got like a hack, a hand that's just like full of stuff. So what do we want to get rid of here? So discard Underplate Power. We can use enough Hailstorms here that turns into a Wrath. But I think we're actually just going to try and go for it. Just kill our opponent as soon as possible here. I suppose we don't need millions of Cliffside Porters. But again, just really wish we had like somewhere that just said how many cards you have in hand, because it gets very difficult for me to try and count along the way. With the Face Aegis as well, I feel super protected from anything like an Obliterate. Although, as I was saying before, I do think that our opponent is probably more likely to be playing like Shimmer Pack as like their sort of way of closing the game out. Did keep one Hailstorm because I don't put Scouting Party past our opponent as being like a possibility of things that they could have. Okay, so it is Shimmer Pack. We'll just get to trade with 1. And then our next turn's still sort of exciting. Don't get to trade, yeah. Of course they don't, yeah. We don't get any... We've shown them the shadow, but there's no reason for them to actually transform us. So, what can we do here? Make a Porter. Okay, Nostrix our Porter. And then we've got a bunch of 5/6s to our opponent's 4/4s. We can't sadly like double Hailstorm, but one removal spell does do some amount of work here though. Okay, so I think what we do actually is we Hailstorm here, wipes out the little dudes. Just gonna do we just threaten our opponent for. Yeah, threaten them for the 10 here. Okay, Permafrost one of them. And then we've got Eilyn's Choice plus Lightning Strike if anything goes wrong. But we've got a 5-6 and a 5-7 on defense, so we should be in great shape here actually. Now our opponent's like away from 8, they shouldn't be able to Shimmer Pack again very easily. So let's Crest here. Harsh Rule I don't think we'll need, especially not for what we've got here. So we can Hailstorm again. And I think we'll just do the same play again to sort of attack our opponent for 10. Actually, what can we do? If we attack here, they have to block 1, they take 15 and go to 1. Yeah, we'll do this. So we've got our opponent to 1, we've got ourselves really well defended with like 2 Eilyn's Choices, Lightning Strike when we need it. Just Lightning Strike this because it's cheaper. Then give them the old Managed to get there, but that's a really cool deck our opponent's playing, just like the free faction sort of Shimmer Pack Scouting Party deck. Yeah, I really like that. Uh-oh, the Taxman. This hand actually looks okay, but I'm just not sure about this channel. Maybe this deck could just do without the channels. So like more interaction. This is a hand I like. Just gets a Crest, and we've got like a Hailstorm. That's bad. We can probably get rid of it at some point for like Strategize or double it up for second copy. That's something I do like doing. Okay, so Stone Scar with a Crest. This could be Grandins. Could also be Lightning Strike. We'll bottom that. Because we've got like enough of sort of similar effects with the Eilyn's Choice. Okay, this might be Sentinel Reanimator then. Or a different type of moment with Witching Hour. Actually going to... Okay, so I was thinking about leading with like an actual Primal Sigil there, just so we could second sight if we got discarded, but I think we're probably also fine. Because you don't need to be worried about back alley Delinquent if this is like a Sentinel Reanimator deck. That is something that they play. And on 3 they could have played it plus Sabotage, but I felt like because all the cards stop doing the same thing, apart from like the 1 removal spell, it's probably fine. Yeah, so they are doing that. Back alley Delinquent deleting like the Great Titan, and they get a big Duda guy over there. So now we actually get to choose whether we're just going to second sight or if we're just going to like bury them with Wisdom. If they sabotage us, probably just going to let it resolve, not going to draw more cards, just giving them more options of things to take. So, yeah. Good evening, yeah. You can take a look at this hand. Feel free to concede at any time. We're just going to draw so many cards, we're going to have loads of fun. Although we do need to be concerned because a lot of these like Sentinel dudes are actually really good threats. They might take Eilyn's Choice just because it's a counter spell for their reanimation spells. Especially if they try and get value, but if they're playing the version with the back alley dude, they shouldn't have enough explorers to actually get good value off Stir the Sands. So they're probably just playing Stirs and Grasp. But yeah, this is a hard decision. They're taking the Eilyn's Choice, which is pretty much what I'd expect. There's no reason to like hide that. Do much for second sight just to get us some more 5/6s soon. Okay, so Harshul's good. Harshul should be able to protect us a little bit. Again, just past the turn here. Hopefully we manage to dodge being discarded again, so we're able to use this Cobalt Waystone to protect us from any other sort of interaction like that. This is sort of fine, really. They get to make their 9/7. We will just kill their board next turn. They do get to draw a card off this. I just hope it's like a power, but actually if it's a threat, it's also fine. Wouldn't actually mind if they just played like Stirring Sands off the top, that'd be great. It's just sort of like the worst of all worlds because now they're going to have a Heart of the Vault in the Void, which is sort of awful for us. But we get to sort of set up the combo next turn because we do get to grab a Genov Merchant. Jedi Merchant will be able to grab us a Nostrix, and then we should be good to go from there, actually. Lots of our opponents a little bit on the slow side here, so this really Merchant is no doubt going to be grabbing our opponent a Stirring Sands. And I'm actually really glad that that card got like the buff to make it cost 4. Just because it means it's a lot more interesting to actually play with. So what do we want to do here? And I think we don't really need like second Hailstorm. Just grab Nostrix out. We'll play out Eilyn's favour here just to make sure that we're guaranteed at actually 7 power next turn. And then we should be able to take over the game from there. That's pretty much how I expect sort of these time matchups to go. So Stirring Sands obviously good here. Our opponent does get to get the 9/7, which is a real pain. But there's nothing really we could do there. Oh boy, Slav Blood Goliath could potentially be very good. If our opponent's able to reanimate that as well. So Jedi Merchant can't really get us anything that we want, so I suppose I'll just Nostrix up my Cliffside Porter. More than happy just to double block this if that's like on the cards. Don't think our opponent should have any like actual spot removal other than like Lava Blood Goliath or anything like that. I don't think they've got actual room for like a Death Strike or anything like that. Or in Cold Blood, which would be sort of awful because it'd kill all the others of these that we've got. But the double block it is something I'm happy to do. I'm also happy just to sit here and try and draw some more stuff. Sadly, the Cliffside Porter in the board doesn't get buffed, so I should have thought about that before. But this could be grabbing Z Initiation, I'm guessing. And then we just need, sort of, like, need to kill our opponent before they're able to kill us. Okay, nice quarry. Gaining lives off the Learned Herbalist is actually pretty cool with this deck as well. So we're not quite at the Channel Tempest this, but that's something that we'll be liking to do pretty soon. So I'm going to second sight here. So opponent does have a fast effect here. Okay, so Alan's Choice is nice. I think I will put back Cliffside Porter just to draw more copies. Do we just... Hailstorm's awful here, isn't it? Yeah. Go with the Hailstorm, just try and get something a little bit better. I would like Thunderstrike Dragon actually, but... Yeah, let's nab a Thunderstrike Dragon. We do have quite a lot going on. No reason for us to attack here, just going to try and hold the fort. Obviously, I think the game goes more in our opponent's favour the longer it goes because they do have like the additional card every turn off the Great Kiln Titan, but I think if we're able to just set up some huge cliff sides, we should be in reasonable shape really. So I think rather than Thunderstrike Dragons, maybe we should have actually just got out the baby-sized Cliffside Porter just so we just had more available. But I am just going to make them into the 10-11s that you can make just by the second Nostrix. And I'll be able to start attacking with this one because we'll have another Nostrix back as well as a 10-11. And our opponent shouldn't have any way of actually cleaning the board. So as long as we've got like a Face Aegis here, we're in great shape. And we should be able to win as soon as we find like an 8th power just by like channeling our opponent. And we can't do have access to another copy of Channel because we have the Jedi Merchant here as well. But just saying, this deck is definitely like a 400 IQ play because it's taken me a while just to get back into like the actual play lines and what's correct to be doing, especially with like the new dimensions of the deck by just using the market as well. Interesting to see what our opponents like sort of fishing through here. And Sandstorm Scarf, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's nice. They got to sort of wipe out our Face Aegis. But I think as soon as we find an answer for this, we're actually fine. So Purify's good here. So what do we do? I think just turn this into like a 10-11 and just make another 10-11. Yeah. And then our opponent is just going to be going really ahead of us here just by being able to keep drawing a card here. But I think we've got like 1-cost Sentinels While our opponent has to like play full price. Obviously that's not as much an issue for our opponent because they're at 10 power now. Sandstorm Titan here, just like adding to the Sandstorm theme deck our opponent's playing. Actually, that's a thought, really. Could we play Nostrixes with the Make Dudes spell? That's sort of interesting. Actually, I think I'm just going to channel this for like 1 million, and then we've got sort of not much in the way of things holding us back. Let's 8 that, chuck our opponent for a bit of damage here. No point attacking anyone else. Just get him with the 2 10 powers. And then we should be in great shape because next turn we just get to make a bunch of 10-11s because we've got Crownwatch Press Gang, which is going to mean we get to play 3 10-11s next turn. Yep. I probably can see the writings on the wall. Give me the old tough break partner, but yeah, let's go to the last game. Okay, here on the draw. It's Ragman playing against all the cool names today. We're on the draw, we've got really good power. If we're against like a beatdown deck, we're just dead. But I do actually quite like this, but yeah, if we're against beatdown, we're just dead. So it's just redraw, it's just not worth it. Yes, it's just like that last hand, but perfect instead, because we've got Hailstorm and Harsh Rule. Okay, so just like Harsh Rule flooded. So, okay, Scarecrow Ban, I feel a lot better now. Do we want this? I don't think we do. I just want to find some card draw. We'll hit power enough because we don't need the 5th power until turn 5, so we've got a while yet. Okay, Crest of Vengeance is perfect. Okay, so we have to keep Wisdom and Elders on top. So opponent played Scarecrow Banner and Primal Sigil, and they've not made any other plays yet. So this could be Skycrag, but it starts to look a lot less likely. It's looking more like Kennedin now. And they just played the banner just because it made the power look better. So play this, nothing to go for yet. I'm going to keep the Genev just because it gets us like either side of what we need. So for now, I think I'm just going to be sat here casting Wisdom of the Elders. So maybe this Ixton Merchant is grabbing our opponent their Combustion Cell. But for me, I'm happy just to Wisdom of the Elders because it says to draw 2 cards on it. That is my kind of gameplay. So we actually get to do it all, which is sort of awesome. Don't really need this bad boy, so we will grab Nostrix. Then next turn, if we don't need to, well, actually we can't get Vision of Austerity anymore because our opponent's got Face Aegis, which no way to pop it. Actually, next turn, we're just going to grab Cliffside Porter, and then we set up the turn 7 where we get to do it. And just like through 1 million Harsh Rules. So we'll straight here, it turns on Tribute for our opponent, but the interesting thing is that for the Tribute cards I think actually matter right now. Okay, we've got End of the Story on top, that's aggressive. I think I'm just going to trade this Hailstorm out because we've got so many wraps. Yeah, Cliffside Porter. Let's Cobalt Waystone ourselves. So anyway, we'll say about the tribute cards that actually mattered there. It was ones that relied on things being in play. So like End of Hostility is, if it was just like Job 1 Greatsword, that'd suck, but you know, we've got stuff to deal with that. So we're sort of fine there. And then I'll just get to attack our opponent for free. We're protected from like Rain of Frogs or anything daft like that. And we've just got like all these like mass removals if we need it. So our opponent shouldn't be able to stick. So now I've got like a bunch of big boys in our deck. And now I think next turn, rather than playing out this Cliffside, I'm just going to like Nostrix this, just so we've got a really big boy. Our opponent can, at that point, do something like, oh, make a Grandin, sacrifice it, and make 2 copies of it. That's not really going to be win the game because we'll have 10 power in the air. Potentially have 15 power in the air if we wanted to, but using a Nostrix on a Nostrix seems to be losing some amount of value. Yeah, our opponent can see what's going on. This deck is reasonably powerful when it actually gets going. Get us to the deck tech, I'll just say some more over there. Okay, so there we have it, the first in this style of video. Let me know if you like it, because I feel like I'll probably be doing this again. For the most part, the videos that we use are actually from like Eternal Tournament series, you know, good things off the ladder or things that other people want to promote. But sometimes I do my own videos, and I think that I wouldn't mind trying this again, maybe for like Felon Beatdown deck or something along those lines, just something that's more in my wheelhouse. So, did enjoy it. If there's anything that you think I missed out, maybe I should have been a little bit more, maybe I should have explained things a little bit better in the start off. Maybe I should have slowed down, maybe I should have done it faster. I don't really know, but this is like a pilot for something that I'd like to sort of give a try like every now and then. Just gives people a bit of an idea of like what I'm thinking when I'm building decks, and maybe that'll help you. So thanks for watching. I've been That Resolves, and I'll see you around.